Sugoi Sugoi, de Hasidaze, Yungyat, Agasewage, Yuitalota, Yotaga, Jota. Greetings, everyone. De Hasi Hill, Chairman for Oneida Nation. And I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out for this historical reenactment day, and thank President White Eagle and Chairman Corn and Senator Coles for making this event today a success, and then again all of you as well to come and participate as we had our tobacco burning earlier this morning, acknowledging the move and acknowledging all the people and our ancestors and the land and the future generations who are going to live on this land. So again, I just like to express my gratitude for everyone coming out today and sharing this day with us. As this is a celebration of 200 years being located in what is now called the state of Wisconsin, when we moved here after the ravages of the Revolutionary War. So that's one of the main reasons that we're here today. So again, I'd like to thank everyone, and then I'll turn it over to President Marlon White Eagle.
Aho, Wishon Ibina, Hijokishina, Hindikadagiwi, Mahiska, Hanajiga, Hingaide, Hanichawida, Haipi. I greet you all here today and say word of welcome to you, and let you know that they call me standing on a white cloud, and it's really nice to see each one of you here today, and commemorating the treaty, the agreement. And I don't know if we want to put a scorecard on a grade on that, but we're nevertheless we're moving through time here, and we're doing the best we can with what we got, and it's really nice to have the tribes here. For the Ho-Chunk people, we have origin story, and they call that Mogu Shuch, the Red Banks, and it's right over here by the Green Bay area. So it kind of makes you wonder how the history, the oral history, but that's coincidentally, the Ho-Chunk also encountered John Nicolay in the same area. So kind of significant area here to the Ho-Chunk people, and we're really glad to see how things have transpired throughout the years, and the Oneida Nation here. I have family, some nieces, some brothers, and that are part of the nation there, as well as a part of the Ho-Chunk Nation, and it's so the fabric of the society of the two nations, as well as the Menominee Nation, is really intertwined. So it's fitting to take the time out and recognize the day here today. So Hanaina Gikui, Wani Ginapui, thank you for listening to me.
Now Chairman Corn.
Puso! I guess I needed to wake up the senator here, so Puso, Mauni Wiak, my relatives, Tanawe and Hakanak, my relatives, Mauni Wiak, those that are gathered here today. And it's an honor and a privilege to be invited here today to recognize this historic moment in time, and one of our spiritual leaders and one of our tribal leaders chauffeured me down here this morning, and we had a little chance to talk, and he said to be reminded that the Oneidas are here now on ancestral Menominee land. Now they're the caretakers of this area. And You know, we're grateful to them for that. And you know, they protect a lot of things that are Menominee while they're living here, and so we appreciate that as well. But you know, maybe just a little bit of history in regards to who I am standing there, Nepuwe Wasa in my language. And so I descend from leadership. And so I didn't do my research, but I'm pretty sure and confident that one of my grandfathers would have been signatory to that treaty in 1822. And so it again is my honor to be here and to share that with you all, you know, and so appreciative of Tahasi extending that hand of friendship, you know, in regards to how we're gathered here today, and then how we choose, I guess, to move forward, you know. And so I think we have way more in common than we don't. And so, you know, as we move forward, I think we build upon those strengths as Native nations in regards to how we build that brighter future for our children, because that's what we're charged with, right? We're charged with making a good future for our children, but we're also charged with taking care of our elders. And so it's really a privilege to see so many Oneida elders here. I want to recognize you for all you have done in regards to getting us where we are today. And you know, we'll do our best, you know, to continue in that good way and on that good path. So I'm going to say about that much. And again, so appreciative of today, and so appreciative of yesterday, and also tomorrow. Waiwanen. So it's my honor and privilege to introduce Senator Coles. He said he's the agent here today. So, yeah, the federal government agent, I think he said. So, all those things, you know, that they need to correct. This is the guy you need to talk to.
Well, we can Ronald fix some of those things, but we can't change the history. So here we are today, and I know that you gentlemen aren't totally happy with the way everything went in the past. But it's so important to learn a history and understand. I didn't understand exactly until about a month ago that this was going to happen, and 200 years ago, I knew the tribe came here. I didn't know exactly when the Oneidas, descendants of Tahasi and so many others here came, but they did, and I think it's important for those of us that are here now to fully understand somebody came first. 3,000 years ago, I don't know if you've seen the papers today, they found canoes, one canoe, it's the second canoe in the last 6 months, that were used by the descendants of the Ho-Chunks. 3,000-year-old canoes, and there may be others down in that lake near Lake Mendota. So it's so important to remember people were here first, and we need to understand it and appreciate it, digest it, and move on as best we can and through that appreciation. I have a plaque here, and I'd like to read it as best I can with my spectacles. And this is one of the things a state senator or state representative can do to show appreciation, and in this case for the Oneidas. So, and you know, Tahasi and all his people, so many of them here, they've done so many things, and this will not cover all the nifty things that you're doing, but it covers some of them. I just want to know that I'm here today showing appreciation for all the fantastic things you're doing to help your people and the whole region and the whole state. Forgive me, I got some whereases here. But whereas the United Nation is an Iroquoian, and that's a word you don't use very often, Iroquoian, I'm glad I didn't mispronounce it, speaking indigenous tribe, which is now resides in northeast Wisconsin near Green Bay. Whereas the United Nation land was established through an 1822 treaty 200 years ago in the Michigan Territory in what is now Wisconsin, and began their migration from northeast New York State in the northeast region of Wisconsin. And whereas the United Nations has been dedicated to land sustainability, which I greatly appreciate, Tahasi and all your people, and education in environmental restoration as part of their commitment to their people and the state. And whereas the United Nations has been a leader in educating tribal history, language, culture, healthcare, and preservation with dignity and respect. And whereas the United Nations Reservation falls within Brown and Outagamie counties in the city of Green Bay and town of Hobart now. Therefore, the members of the State Senate, on the motion of myself, Senator Coles, do hereby congratulate the United Nations on their bicentennial today, September 23rd, 2022. Thank you very much. Who's next?
I'll go, Senator Coles, for those good words and proclamation. As we continue to build our relationships with both the state, federal government, and our tribal nations here in the state of Wisconsin, we find it very important that much of the things that we do agree on are our people, our land, and our environment, and our education and our healthcare. So these are the things that we work on regularly together. And as we come together in our meetings, that's what's on top of our mind is our people and our land, our way of life. And so we do all that we can to protect those things on a daily basis. And I know my fellow tribal leadership in conjunction with the state work towards these things every single day. And I think that's just a testament to our elders that came before us and led the way and put these foundations down for us to be able to build upon what we all have here now in Oneida and Ho-Chunk, Menominee, and within the state of Wisconsin. So, I just am very fortunate and very happy to be able to share this day with my fellow tribal leaders. Some came from different parts of the state, and so I just thank everyone for their participation, and I hope that everyone can return to their communities and their homes safely as we travel about our daily duties. So again, Yawanko, thank you.